What's next?
Oh yeah, we got to talk about. Okay, we had a big week. We're live on
all of Pranav's heroes.
live on the Patreon, by the way.
Live on the Patreon. All of Pranav's heroes died this week. Every single hero. If Trump dies, it's over.
Hulk Hogan. Okay, Ozzy Osbourne and Malcolm Jamal Warner. Anybody who is a child of the 80s is hurting right now. It's like the 80s took a huge 1980s took a big hit. Like cocaine is going to suddenly disappear as well.
It hurt so bad when Ozzy died. I was like,
I know. I had to console myself by eating bat heads.
Dude, watch an old Ozzy interview, man, and get that accent back. You know, yeah, it's like crazy, and like, you know, we're going to hotel. It's like, dude, this guy was for real.
He was for real.
He was for real. He stayed for real too.
My favorite story about Ozzy Osbourne is that he was so coked up and drunk coming off a tour bus once. He didn't know what was happening, and I guess they ran out of coke, and they came out of the tour bus and they were with Motley Crue, and they saw. There was like a popsicle stick on the ground that had like a trail of ants leading up to it. And Ozzy Osbourne came down with his Coke straw and snorted the ants.
Oh, God. Damn.
That's hardcore, dude.
That is not hardcore.
I was surprised. I was surprised when I heard the news. I was surprised that he was alive. TBH.
Dude,
whenever
a rocker dies, I'm like, wait, what?
He was alive?
And the people you thought were dead are still going. You're like, Mick Jagger's still going. I'm like, what?
I know.
I thought he died in 1995.
Keith Richards, like
he's alive, but he didn't mainline anything. He just snorted it. So
is that true?
It's not even a big deal anymore. Yeah. It's his memoir.
Okay.
It's kind of a letdown. You're like, oh, so you were a pussy.
You weren't really about that life then.
Yeah, you were just doing like Smarties.
Yeah. That was a bit of a bummer. Ozzy Osbourne.
No, Ozzy's the man. These are legends, man.
And Malcolm Jamal Warner. Theo Huxtable. It's really sad that Bill Cosby outlived Malcolm Jamal Warner. That is unjust.
Because Theo was cool.
And when I was a little kid and we would see the Cosby Show, it was like a little bit before my time, but we would see like reruns and stuff. My brother loved the Cosby Show, and my brother always reminded me of Malcolm Jamal Warner. Right. And so for me, they were kind of bound together.
Dude. He was cool.
Sensible, charming older brother figure.
Dude, I watched maybe every episode of Cosby Show.
Wow.
After the allegations. And,
I got to study this man.
This guy's amazing. No. I grew up watching Cosby Show with my brothers. I don't know why. We just ended up like, we were always doing like night TV watching. And like when we watch TV at night, there's always like, there's no cartoons left. Yeah. So we became like really comedy forward, like kids, because we just loved Cosby Show and Three's Company. And like, it was weird. Like if you have an older brother, you just end up kind of cooler because the stuff he's watching, you're just engaging in, right? Yeah. So Cosby Show was one of those shows and it was like genuinely hilarious. It was like, even as a kid, I remember being like, I'm dying at the show.
It was a super fun show, dude.
Super funny show. Good jokes.
That was a show that brought all of America together.
Because the jokes had to be that good. It was that. Every joke was intergenerational.
Like my family loved the Cosby Show. My parents, I remember went and saw Bill Cosby live to perform comedy.
Oh my God. The
and
show.
When he got accused of the thing, my mom was like, it was the 70s. Like, what? The fuck does that mean?
How many can they do before a mom from the 70s says it's bad? We have to find that number and make it one more because it seems like it's 1,000. R. Kelly, black ladies, we don't give a damn.
Black men don't give a fuck about Chris Brown either. They're like, we still ride for Chris Brown.
Jesus Christ. Chris Brown is more cool now because of that. They're like, man, he stood on business. He stood on business.
It's true.
But Theo was like, had no scandals. He's one of those child stars that just kind of like, he stopped the show, took the money, and kind of started doing poetry.
Yeah,
and apparently the poetry is amazing. He was like really good at it. He was like a phenomenal poet. And I'm like, this is a guy who was able to escape that life and into something easy and good. And I'm like, good, because all those stars went crazy, right? All the 80s stars.
Well, it's so funny because I saw him, I was rewatching Detroiters, and he was on Detroiters for he had like a recurring role on Detroiters. And I was like, Malcolm.
My guy.
He's the guy.
Dude, all those guys, man. And then you had like what's his name? The oldest daughter's husband. What's his name? He was like working at a Trader Joe's. Yes. We're shitting on him, and he's like, "No,
Alvin was his name on the show, yeah."
And he was like, "I work at Trader Joe's now. It's fine." And I'm like, "Oh, cool guy." He's like, "Yeah, I know he's not like miffed. Maybe he was, but like he was."
No, he was like, "This is what an actor is. This is how an actor lives."
Keeping it classy, and I was like, "Oh, cool guys, man." Yeah. And it's like those guys are so cool, so Cosby could.
I know. It's crazy how everyone else on the show is like kind of an angel. Yeah. And then at the center is just the most demonic, dick-headed person alike. Because Cosby was apparently a huge asshole.
Yeah. But I remember Felicia Rashad loved him, you know?
Yeah.
But then like she kept saying no for the allegations for a long time. And then I think they kind of trailed off. Or she was like, okay.
I was like, maybe. She was like, okay, maybe. Well, he did have things on the Cosby Show where it was like a secret sauce that he puts in drinks that gets girls excited.
Yeah, oh God.
You know.
What?
Yeah, that was like a thing on the Cosby Show.
Well, he did jokes about Spanish Fly, too. That little compound, whatever, that makes you sleepy or whatever. They used to like market it. It's called Spanish Fly.
I thought it made him horny. I didn't know it made him sleepy.
Or whatever it is, but it was like this thing that he like made jokes about Spanish Fly. He would do that like Cosby face.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was like they on the Cosby documentary, they played it. Like they had this whole Spanish Fly portion of it.
Right. But that's what it was, right?
Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ.
That's so insane.
Cosby still, I think, is doing...
We should all be on the stand right now as a witness to Cosby's horrors, actually, given that he would just put it out there.
I need some payment from like as a class action. Like, hey, give me some money.
Speaking of other devils, Hulk Hogan also died.
Brother. Dude.
The fucking Hulkster.
Dude, the porn star who did some wrestling on the side.
Dude, what a piece of shit he is, dude.
Dude, he's so gnarly.
I mean, the thing is, like, I did love Hulk Hogan when I was a kid. I loved him. And honestly, when I went to the Trump rally and saw him, I was like, the Hulkster. It was such an entertaining thing that was like I was going to the circus. That I was like, Hulk Hogan's here. I was like, holy shit.
And he's like redder than ever. He's like super red. The guy's he started getting redder and never stopped getting redder.
He never stopped getting. His final form in the casket. It's just a lobster that's in there.
Consider the Hulk. Dude, 100%. He's
consider the Hulkster. It's a David Foster Wallace.
Yeah, of course.
Deep cut right there for you guys.
Of course, deep cut.
Consider the Hulkster.
Can the Hulk feel pain? Or is that just what he looks like? And is that something we can conceive of as pain? Because he's the Hulkster.
He is, dude.
Once I read that, by the way, I'm like, I can't ever eat lobster again. And then I ate another lobster like within a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, dude, Hulkster all day. Like, he was one of the biggest personalities of wrestling.
Of the 80s.
When I was looking at dude, I mean, he's so intense that his personality survived wrestling.
Yes.
His style was so intense. It grew out of wrestling.
He was the first true wrestling megastar who busted out of just wrestling. Right, laid the groundwork for The Rock, and so of course was a pretty heinous racist and overall retard.
Yeah,
can't forget that.
Well, dude, I think he was the first guy, one of the first guys for his stardom to not be racial in wrestling, wasn't it? Like everyone was like, "I'm Russian killer," and I'm Iron Sheik, and I'm like the la terrorist, whatever. And then he was like, "I'm just fucking American."
He's like, "I'm just white.
I'm white. I'm not being a character. Like
I'm not distinctly. I'm not a Southern white. I'm not a Northern white. I'm just
white.
I'm just white."
Brother. Stone Cold Steve Austin owes everything in his character to Hulk. Because Stone Cold is one of my favorite wrestlers. Right. He's amazing. But left wing is fuck. It's hilarious.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from Vermont. He's like Vermont liberal.
It's like a Vermont redneck.
So he has a podcast where he's just like, "Are you telling me that a man can't turn into a woman?
I know, dude.
Are you kidding me? Do what the fuck you want to, man."
Dude, Vermont is gnarly. I was just in Vermont again last weekend. Yeah. And it is... Vermont white is a very different white.
Isn't it like a gun-toting liberal or something?
You know what they remind me of?
Right?
You know there's like on like North Sentinel Island, that uncontacted tribes that are hostile? That's like Vermont people, but for white people. Yeah. You know? They're like an uncontacted tribe of whites.
Dude, Vermont has a culture.
They do.
Not every state has a culture.
Everyone there deals wood on the side. Everyone there sells wood.
Fireworks are available year-round.
Yeah.
It's like a very lumbery, gun-toting.
Just a hostile people.
And they're like, my pronouns are they, them.
Yeah, exactly.
They, them. Better get it right. I love Vermont, dude. Love those kind of whites.
Yeah,
Weirdos.
I do too.
Weirdos.
Shouts to Vermont.
I love white subcultures. I'll say that.
Definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
like I love the Appalachian. Besides the sister fucking, but like they're interesting. They have a lot of music. Bluegrass is like from them. A lot of like folk music is like Appalachian in nature.
Yeah,
good stuff, man. I think America has its pockets, man.
Yeah, and Hulk Hogan is not part of that. This is just a reminder,
dude. Hulkster.
I mean, man. Joe, let's get your perspective on the Hulkster,
because you were.
I'd like to think right now he's up in heaven saying the N-word.
That is his heaven. It's just a place.
Or he's in hell and he can't say it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wait a second, I can't.
I was a huge fan though. I had his poster. I had shirts. I think I dressed up like him for Halloween.
Yeah, disposable shirts that you could rip off. Yeah.
Where was that merch? Where was that merch? But you were actually a fan. Like you were watching his matches.
Dude, I was a huge fan too.
I think he was probably at one point my favorite celebrity of all time.
Yeah,
really.
Like, I really wanted to meet him.
Dude,
yeah.
He took the ketchup and mustard color palette and made it cool for 6-year-olds all across America.
I heard though he's really, really nice to his fans. Like it didn't matter if he was in the middle of dinner. Like if someone came up to him, he thought it was his duty to stop whatever he was doing and take a picture with them, sign whatever autograph they wanted, and
rope their mom.
And go up to their mom and be like, "You're not black, are you?" Okay, all right, let's get the picture.
So I thought that's cool.
He seems like a guy who's very, very nice to his fans. So nice he might even bang them, actually, a couple of times.
Yeah.
Saw that one. That was a legendary effing video.
Yeah.
Watch that again.
The Hulk Hogan
You're welcome.
sex tape. The least wanted, the least viewed sex tape imaginable. Nobody's trying to watch that.
Pay-per-view. Come on down.
The racial leak, too, was really... He got hit with a 1-2 punch back then.
He did. And for some reason, man, I don't know why, when he's racist, it doesn't really matter for some reason.
No.
Why is that a thing?
You were just like, oh, yeah, why wouldn't he be
wouldn't
racist?
It's Hulk, baby.
Yeah.
He's not going to your coffee shop.
It's hard to believe that I don't know if he was like a dyed-in-the-wool ideological racist. He was just like a normal, casual, hicked out racist. Right. Who probably was friends with black people in the WWE and all that shit, you know.
Yeah. I feel like his daughter was like seemed chill, you know. Didn't he have daughter?
That was the issue. Is his daughter like was sleeping with some black guy, and he was like, "Well, if she's gonna sleep with an N-word, why shouldn't she just marry an 8-foot tall N-word who makes $100 million in sports?"
And here's the thing: is like.
I literally
is that
just read that
or
quote
is that,
before we started.
Is that just a dad who wants the best for like if you're gonna bang him,
shows you the class.
Bang the best one.
Trump's race.
If she banged like a brown guy, she's like, why don't you just bang CEO of Google? If you're gonna do it, you know, I think
not
it's
some
like,
quickie mark.
Pajit 7-Eleven Pajit.
Get a Google
Bang
Pajit.
you a Silicon Valley motherfucker. It's like he just wants the most high version.
And then at the end of that monologue, he goes, I guess we're all a little racist. I was like, just you, Hulk. Just you right now, buddy.
So in the way that he was kind of commenting on it, I'm like, you're just a goofball, man.
Yeah.
And he died. And that's very sad. Yeah. And like, rest in peace, all of the 80s heroes. Truly.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Took a hit.
Who's next?
Did you guys see the New York Post headline for Ozzy?
What was it?
It was a big picture of Ozzy with his eye makeup on, like yelling at the camera, and it just said, "Bats all, folks."
Oh, God. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was New York Post level. That's New York Times?
That's good. That's the New York Post.
New York
Oh,
Post.
yeah, of course.
Except the New York Times.
New York Times
did that.
Wall Street Journal
Went
says,
off-brand for one day.
That's all, folks. Wall Street Journal's crazy now. Is this the Hill? What the heck?
That's great. Good job. Good job, the Post.
The Post is run by, I think, a guy who runs a bodega too. I mean, I don't know who. I want to meet the editor of the Post. Who is that guy?
I have no idea.
It's definitely a guy who's like talks to himself.
Well, ultimately, I guess it's Rupert Murdoch who owns it,
right? But who's the pun guy?
Who's the pun guy? That's a great question.
It's some guy I know, some comic probably know that is like.
I feel like I could do that job.
You could definitely do that. I feel like you specifically is like perfect for that job.
Yeah,
because you write copy already.
New York Post.
I don't think any of us here could come up with bats all.
I disagree. I disagree.
Joe, I think you respect puns too much, so you're like, oh my god, the kings of puns.
I gotta say, bats off to the New York Post.
Bats off to the New York Post, or should we say, yarmulkes off?